Retired veteran broadcaster Winston Williams, the whip is dead. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. Winston Williams, one of Jamaica's renowned broadcasters for several decades, died on Sunday morning, and it's understood that he passed away at the Kingston Public Hospital after a brief illness. Williams, the self-proclaimed conscious one, also called the Whip with a solid kick, started his broadcasting career at Radio Jamaica in 1963. He then did a stint at ZNS in the Bahamas, hosting a popular show, Music to Remember. He then returned to Jamaica in 1967 to host the popular JBC afternoon show, going head-to-head with Radio Jamaica's Don Topping, after which he alternated between the two rival stations on several occasions. He closed his career of more than half a century in media a few years ago with his retirement from on-air duties on Power 106. A 16-year-old boy from Manchester has been charged following an incident in which he, along with a group of friends, allegedly ambushed and stabbed another teen on Smoky Street, Ward Avenue, Mandeville on March 25th. The teenager has been charged with wounding with intent, and it's reported that about 8 p.m. the victim was exiting a restaurant when a group of boys armed with knives attacked and stabbed him. The police were called and the boy was taken to hospital where he was admitted in serious condition. The 16-year-old was on Thursday arrested and charged. The St. Andrew North Police have increased their presence in the Grand Spend community in St. Andrew on Friday morning's attempt on the life of dancehall artist Jashi, whose given name is Maliki Clark. Jashi and members of his team were shot at as they left the marketplace on Constant Spring Road in St. Andrew sometime after 4 a.m. in the morning. 6 members of the dancehall artist's entourage were shot and wounded. Superintendent Sharika Service, head of the St. Andrew North Police, said that police personnel have been deployed to the Grand Spend community to prevent reprisal attack. The area has been tense over the last few weeks following the fatal shooting of a man in the community. Joshua was questioned about that killing, and his family members said he was not involved. Even the mother of the man who was slain said Joshua was not involved, so something is not adding up as to why they are attacking Joshua still, as it is believed that this morning's attack may have been a reprisal for that incident. A team of officers assigned to the Kingston Western Police Division seized 1 prohibited weapon and 17 rounds of ammunition during an operation on Beeston Street on Saturday. Reports from the Denham Town Police are that about 8:15 p.m., lawmen were on patrol in the area when they saw a group of men along the roadway, one of whom was reportedly holding what seemed to be a firearm. On seeing the police, the man allegedly dropped the item on the ground before making his escape on foot. The item was retrieved and upon closer examination was found to be a 9mm Taurus pistol with a magazine containing 17 9mm rounds. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. Meanwhile, the Manchester police are reporting that the body of a man who was beheaded by unknown persons in the parish has been found. The remains of the victim, 35-year-old Rohan Barrett, were found in bushes in Scotts Pass in the parish on Friday. Barrett's head was found in a bag at a fruit stall at Whitney Turn in Porus on Thursday. He was a suspect in a case of rape, assault at common law, and burglary committed in February. He reportedly fled the Porus community after the incident but returned earlier in the week. Philip Whitaker, the 57-year-old accountant who was convicted for the 2018 murder of 43-year-old Trelawney taxi operator Garfield Binloss, was sentenced to 26 years in prison when he appeared in the Trelawney Circuit Court on Friday, July 7th. Whitaker was found guilty by a panel of jurors when he appeared at the Trelawney Circuit Court earlier this month. The sentence was handed down by Chief Justice Brian Sykes. Whitaker will have to serve 15 years before he becomes eligible for parole. The court heard at about 11 p.m. on Thursday, November 8, Whitaker, a licensed firearm holder, shot and killed Binloss during a dispute in Falmouth. Whitaker reported the incident to the Falmouth police station where he was held and subsequently charged after being interrogated in the presence of his attorney, and he was represented in the Trelawney Circuit Court by Christopher Townsend. Meanwhile, a police constable is dead after he was shot in the head at his home in Hanover on Sunday afternoon. He died while undergoing treatment at hospital. Preliminary information and observations suggest that the shot was self-inflicted, according to authorities. Police said that several suicide notes were found in the home since the incident. The deceased officer's identity has not been released. Meanwhile, an unidentified man was stabbed and killed on Manchester Road in Mandeville Parish on Saturday, July 8. Reports from the police are that at about 7:30 a.m., The unidentified man and another man got into an argument that became physical. After the altercation, both men were seen with stab wounds. They were assisted to a hospital where one man was pronounced dead and the other in critical condition. The police were alerted and an investigation was launched. Sources from the area reported that the altercation was over a woman. So now, one got jailed and the other dead, and the woman will now have a new boyfriend. Onto sports, Jamaica overcame a determined Guatemala 1-0 to reach the CONCACAF Gold Cup semi-finals yesterday with Amari Bell's 51st minute goal setting up a last-four clash with Mexico on Wednesday. The Reggae Boys have now reached the semi-final stage in 4 of the past 5 Gold Cups and have a chance to make their first appearance in the finals since 2017. And this has now set up a clash with Papa host team Mexico, but with a team with so much superstars, Jamaica should be able to send Mexico home on Wednesday when they meet. And in a later game, US and Canada battled to an exciting 2-all draw at full and extra time, but the US got lucky and was able to pull off a 4-3 win in the penalty shootout. And the US will now face Panama on Wednesday. Track and field, Sharika Jackson for the second consecutive year secured a sprint double at the Jamaica National Championship on Sunday night at the National Stadium. The 28-year-old sprinter displayed an impressive performance, leaving Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price behind as she ran a strong bend and extended her lead in the final stage of the race. Jackson crossed the finish line in 21.71 seconds, setting the fastest time in the world for this year. Fraser-Price meanwhile finished in a distant second place with a time of 22.26 seconds, followed by Lonnie Tava-Thomas from the University of Texas in third place with 22.56 seconds. Natalia White secured fourth place with a time of 22.67 seconds, earning her qualification for the upcoming World Athletics Championship in Budapest in Hungary. Jackson also retained her 100 meters title on Friday night, crossing the finish line in an impressive time of 10.65 seconds. And this performance propelled her to equal 5th on the world all-time list and solidified her position as the third fastest Jamaican woman in history. Additionally, her time served as the world-leading mark for this season. And in the men's, there was upset as new names pop up and are now forefront as Rohan Watson won the men's 100 meters in 9.91 seconds, Raheem Ford took second in 9.96, and Oblique Seville got third in 10 seconds flat. And the men's race is now very unpredictable. On any given day, you never know who is going to be the best or the fastest on that day. It's not like during the times when Lightning Bolt was there, you definitely know that it was going to be Bolt or Blake. Now everything has changed. It can be anybody from anywhere who wins that 100 meters. Anyway, if you missed the news and sports on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.